See, if you have your internals and all those things, don't worry. You can skip those classes, and what I will do is anyhow the classes will be there on YouTube. Private I will do. Private means if you have your email ID, I will register your email ID in YouTube private video. So what happens, if you have that permissions, only then you can access. Just the link will not help you. Okay. So now it is all unlisted, where the link will help you. Okay. Later on the students who have registered, for them all the private videos will be available. Okay. So you don't have to worry if you miss some classes. Okay. Yeah. So this is what we did, and we saw there are questions where redundant information will be given. Do not worry about redundant information. Okay. It is to confuse you. It is to test what is the level of knowledge that a person will have. See, just like in this case where we saw yesterday, that there were lot of redundant information which was given, which was really unnecessary. Like the weight of this was unnecessary. Correct? What was required? Force and the distance. That's it. Okay. When you do the dot product, you got it. Fine. Next, we saw about cross product. We started with cross product, right? And students, every day from 7 to 7:30 I will be available on this one to clarify your doubts. If you have any doubts, 7 to 7:30 will be a time to clarify doubts. Okay, on any topic which is we have done or we have not done. Don't worry. Okay, you can ask me any questions. Also, another point, this is open for everybody. If anybody has some problem, some concept you want me to do on YouTube, okay, you can tell me that concept. I will do the topics which can be done in around 10 minutes. That's it, not more than that. Okay, or some problem, some difficult problems, you will feel it as a challenge to solve those problems. Such problems also you can give me. Okay, I am very happy to solve difficult problems in any subjects related to mechanical engineering. And which are in mechanical engineering, which is part of other engineering as well, like maybe fluid mechanics, strength of materials, mathematics. Okay, on these I will solve the problem on YouTube. Okay, this is open for everybody. Okay, you can tell it to anybody. Okay, fine, students. So this is what was the cross product, what we saw yesterday. Okay, so cross product, we know how the things happens. You have A is a vector, A1, A2, A3 is the A1, A2 and A3 are the A1, A2 and A3 are the scalar components. Very important to understand, students, that when you say vector, vector has scalar components. This A1, A2 and A3 are not vectors, these are scalars. So B vector has B1, B2, B3 as the scalar components. So when we do A cross B, we have to do in this form of a determinant, where I have I, J, K, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, and you take a cross product. Now one more point has to be understood, is that when we do the cross product, first of all, magnitude of the cross product is equal to A magnitude, B magnitude into sine theta. And the direction of the cross product is perpendicular to the plane containing both A and B. Means, see here I have drawn on the right hand corner, I have drawn to A cross B, I have written. So this is perpendicular to this as well as it is perpendicular to this. So very important. Okay, in the plane where both are perpendicular. That means if this is A, this is B, then this is C. And always right hand, always keep in mind you have to give the right hand. Okay, so right hand rule matters. A crossed with B gives here. Now if I say B crossed with B, now how it has to be done, very important. Okay, first one should be our thumb, index finger. Index is the first one, middle finger later on. Okay, thumb shows the direction, always keep in mind. Or you can keep this thumbs up, you can keep. So A crossed with B gives the direction of A cross B, C. Okay, like this we have to understand. So here if you consider, in this case I will draw again. So if I consider A is a vector over here, then B is a vector over here, then if A vector and B vector is crossed. A crossed with B. What is the direction of A cross B? You have to keep A crossed with B like this. So it is downwards. Very important. We don't understand this generally. So it is downwards. So since it is downwards, this is the direction of A crossed with B. And this A cross B is perpendicular to this as well as perpendicular to this. You are understanding that, students? I will draw a bigger perpendicular there. So this will be perpendicular to this. Both. It's perpendicular to this as well as it is perpendicular to this. Yeah, students, I hope you understand that. So this is very, very important. Another point is that A crossed with B. Okay. This is one thing, is equal to minus B crossed with A. Very, very important. It has direction to be taken into consideration. Very, very, very important. Another point. See, whenever we have to take a determinant, in GATE, getting a determinant is difficult. Okay. You are very used to using your calculator, Casio calculator, which has determinant inbuilt in it. So if you have to find it, you put it, plug in there and you get the determinant. So you're used to that in VTU. But here it becomes really difficult. If you want to go in this manner, it becomes difficult sometimes and it is susceptible to mistakes. So to correct that, what we have is, suppose I have, say, A1, A2, B1, okay, A1, A2, A3, I am sorry, A1, A2, A3, a determinant, then B1, B2, B3, B1, B2 and B3, and C1, C2 and C3. This is a determinant. To find out this determinant, what we can do is either the conventional way or we can go in this fashion. You write this again this side. You write A1, B1, C1. You write this again over here. You write this as A2, B2, C2. Fine. Now what you do, you start from the right hand corner. You go this way. What you do is, you write A1, B2, C3 plus A2, B3, C1 plus A3, B1, C2. Then after you come here, you minus here. Minus A2, B1, C3. Then you come this way, A1, B3, C2. Minus A1, B3, C2. And then this A3, B2, C1. Minus A3, B2, C1. This is how you find out the determinant in an easy, fast manner. Let us do one problem. Let us say what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is the determinant of this? Let us do that. Let me write 1, 4, 7 here. Let me write 2, 5, 8 here. So how should I do here? I have to write it here neatly, otherwise it will become difficult, but it's okay. 1 into 5 into 9. 5 9s are 45. Okay. 6 7s are 7 6 are 42. 42 into 2, 84, right? Plus 84 plus 3 into 4 into 8. 4 8s are 24. 24 3s are 84 only, right? Correct. 24 3s are how much? I'm sorry, you have to tell me. I am very bad at mathematics. Okay. 24 into 3 is 12, right? 72, is it not? Okay. Then minus 2 into 4 is 8. 8 9s are 72, correct? 8 9s are 72, correct? Fine. Then 1 into 6 into 8. 6 8s are 56.
The third term should be 96 actually.
Which one? Third one.
Third term is 96. Right?
96. Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say, sir. Okay. So 3 into 4 into 8. Correct. 96. Correct. 3 4s are 4 8s are 24. 24 into 3 is 24 3s are what's the no. How come 96? 3 4s are 12. 12 8s are
3 into 4 into 8, right?
Yes,
yeah.
yes. 96. Correct. 4 8s are how much? 4 8s are 32. That's
So
not a mistake.
32.
Yes.
32 3 is 96.
Yes. Sorry. Okay, so 2 into this is proper. Then it is again 6 into it is 56, correct? Then 3 5s are 15, 15 7s are 105, right? Correct, no? I'm sorry, sometimes I get stuck. So what is the answer? This is how you find the answer, okay, for the determinant. So if some determinant is given, you have to understand this way. You can make it very, very, very easy. Okay, done. Now let us do a problem just for our practice. You have written this down, students. You can check that this agrees with if you do it with 1 2 3 4. If you try it out with the actual determinant way also, you will get the same answer. Check it out. If you have a calculator, do it. Okay, if you have a calculator, you can do that. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. The determinant, what is that coming? You can check it out in your Casio calculator and tell me what is the answer, and tell me the answer here. See whether it matches. What is the answer you have got, students, here? Not sure where I kept my calculators. So, it's here. Yeah, how much did you get the answer as? Be fast, students. 45 plus 84 plus 96 minus 72 minus 56 minus 105. Correct? It is minus 8, is it not? Did you get minus 8 as the answer, students? What about this? This is 1 into 5 9s are, correct? 5 into 9 minus 6 into 8, correct? 5 into 9 minus 6 into 8. What is that? Minus 3, correct? And then minus 2 into 4 9s are 36. 36 minus, just a second, 36 minus 7 into 6. It is minus 6, correct? And then here plus 3 into 4 8s are, right? Come on, students, why are you taking so much of time? 32 minus 35, correct? Minus 3. So what is the answer you are getting? So minus 3 plus 12 minus 9. Is it going to be 0? Correct?
Yes, sir.
It is 0. So what is the mistake we have done here? We have done some calculation mistake. Is 9
So it should be 48 instead of 56.
where 56? Here?
Yes, sir.
Here what it should be?
48.
48. There we are gone, you see. So that 48, if you do it properly, so we have missed here 6 8s are 48. I am sorry, I am bad at calculations. Okay, but if you have a calculator, you can do that. Okay, 0. Is that clear, students? So this is how you are going to do. Okay, next problem. Okay, now let us understand it still further. Let us do a problem. Kindly multiply 6i plus 10j, 6i plus 10j crossed with 5j minus 3k. Can we do this? Simple one. Okay, so how do we do this? We have 6i j k. You write 6 10 0. You write 0 5 minus 3 and you find out the answer, students. So here this would be equal to, you will have minus 30i, correct, minus j is there, so 18, so 18j, k is here, so 6 5s are 30 plus 30k. Is it clear, students? Very easy, is it not? So this is how it is. Now we will see one very interesting application of this particular thing. Okay, the interesting application is like this. An interesting problem is like this. We have a square pyramid. Okay, we have a square pyramid with all the sides being equal. Okay, This is the center, I'll say. It's the center. From center we will go up a particular level. Okay, and then let me join these. Okay, let me join this directly. Okay, so this is my square pyramid. Okay, let me name the sides. I will say this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D, and this is E. Okay, somebody has come, wait for that. No, fine, it's okay. So this is D. These are the 5 sides, these are the 4 sides of the pyramid. The question is like this, students. Determine the angle between any two inclined planes. Determine the angle between any two inclined planes. Very important. So here, before we do this, or while we do this, I will tell you some more things. I had missed one point which I will clarify now. Okay. So here what we have to find out, we have to find out the angle between any two planes. Let me say what is the heights. I will say this is 100 feet. Okay, and this one, this height here is 300 feet. Okay, now we have to find out the angle between any two surfaces, this angle. Okay, over this to this, you understand? This is the angle I am talking about. This angle is what I am talking about. What is the angle between two, it is not in here, it's not in here, it is not that angle. Okay, when it is inclined, the angle is, are you getting that point, students? It is not, see, when it is inclined like this, the angle of inclination of the plane, not of the sides. If you say sides, it is 90 degree, clear. But what is the inclination of the plane? This plane with this plane, that is what we want. I hope you are getting that. This plane with this plane, the inclination. I don't know what is the inclination of this. Okay, so now to find out this type of problems, one of the things we have to understand is area is not a scalar, or area is not a scalar but a vector. Okay, area is not a scalar but a vector. How do you find out the area? For example, if I have a I have a parallelepiped for this matter. Okay, or I have a rectangle. Okay, this rectangle here. Okay, now if I say this, or let me put it much better. Okay, so let me have a surface like this, a parallelogram for that matter. Okay, and this parallelogram, I will say this is I will put the heights distances here. I'll say 6 and this is 5. To find out the area of this parallelogram, okay, you can do 5 into 6, that is one of the way, but still 5 into 6, can we do it? We will see. Okay, and this is 0,6, I will say, and this one, if this is 5, I don't know the angle here, so let me not have it like that. I will let me have this as 0,2. So this would be this would be equal to 2, wait a minute, students. So if it is 0,6, this has to be I will say, sorry, no, it's not 0,6, it is 2,6, 2,0. I'm sorry, 6,0. Sorry, 6,0, and I will say this is 5,2. Can I say that? No, I cannot say this. I can say this as 2,5, I will say, and I will say this as 2 plus 6, 8,5. Okay, these are my coordinates. So I have to find out the area of this. How will I do that? I don't know what is the distance here. We have to calculate the distance. How? 2 square plus 5 square, root of that will get you this distance. Okay, so we will do that later on. But now if I want to find out, how will I do? How should I find out the area of this particular parallelepiped? To find out the area of this parallelogram, what can I do is here 0, 0, 2, 5. I can say a vector here. Say I will say A, B, C and D. Now if I go there, my vector AB would be equal to how much? 2I plus 5j, correct? And what would be my vector, say AD? My vector AD would be 6I, correct? So my area vector here, which is going like this, is the multiplication of this. How it is a multiplication? Now we have to be very careful about what is the, how we are doing the multiplication. Now I will go with the multiplication like this, so that angle, the direction of the vector is perpendicular to this. So this is the angle. So my area of this vector area, okay, ABCD is actually equal to AD crossed with AB. Let us find it out. So this would be IJK, and then here you will have first 6, 0, 0, and then we will have 2, 5, 0. Can you tell me what is the area, students? Area will be into K. It is 30K, is it not? So the area is a vector whose magnitude is 30. I hope you get the point. So is it 30 here? Is the area 30 here like this? If I do one and into the other, we will see. What is this? 2 square plus 5 square. So square root of 2 square plus 5 square is square root of 29. So this would be root 29. Root 29 would be a bit more than that. So it is not the same as a rectangle. I hope you get the point. So this distance is root 29, which is a bit more than 5. Okay. So parallelepiped, you can find out the area like this. Area is given by 30K. 30K means you will have the length, you have the vector. Okay. If you do the other way around, that is AB minus AD, you will get the negative side. Now students, this is the similar way you employ in your in your CFD, not CFD, your CATIA or ProE, these kind of softwares. They have to know what is the negative side and what is the positive side of a particular surface, so that it knows how to extrude. Okay, whether to extrude positively, whether to extrude negatively. You have used this kind of softwares, is it not, students? Or you may have used AutoCAD at least, correct? So AutoCAD or ProE or Solid Edge. Solid Edge everybody has used, I'm sorry. Nowadays VTU everybody uses Solid Edge. So when you use Solid Edge, you know when there is a rectangle and then you have to extrude to create a solid, then what happens? It should know what is positive direction, what is negative direction. So every area has positive as well as negative. Generally, if I consider control volume in case of fluid mechanics, in fluid mechanics there is control volume approach. Okay, there is something called Reynolds transport theorem, which I will be telling you in the subsequent days. Okay, so when you have Reynolds transport theorem, there is a surface which is making a control volume. The water which is going in has to go out in case, okay, or the energy or the momentum difference we have to see. So momentum transfer is seen for a force calculation, mass transfer or continuity equation is seen for mass transfer, energy is for heat transfer. Okay, so in these case when it has to be seen, we always see what is the direction of positive area. If I take this is the positive area, students, then you have to see the positive velocity. So here this is the positive area direction, I will put it proper. So I will say this is my control volume and this is the direction of positive area, this is the direction of positive area on this side. Velocity is going in here, this is going out here. So when you see what is the accumulation inside the control volume, it is that property rho into velocity into n. N is the normal vector to that area. It is the area vector in fact. N is given by dA vector, area vector, divided by area, magnitude of the area or magnitude of that small area. Like that we do. We are going to see these surface integral or these comes under surface integral part. Okay, so might be in the 7th or 8th week we are going to do surface integral. So when we go to that surface integral part, it is very important to understand that area is a vector and normal to a particular surface at a particular point is dA, area vector divided by the magnitude of area vector will give the normal direction. I hope it is clear, students. So what I am telling you, whenever I tell you the basics, I will tell you where it will be used, how it will be used, why it will be used. All these things is advantageous when a teacher who is actually an engineer teaches mathematics. Okay, so here in our institute, engineers only teach mathematics. We don't employ mathematicians to teach. I have tried it once. We had one of a professor who had got very high NEET rank. Okay, she had got around 92 or 93 rank all India in NEET. Okay, we had employed her for a few days, for around 2 or 3 hours she had taken, and at that time I got to know that mathematicians will talk in terms of theorems, which is correct, which is great. Okay, the amount of knowledge they have is huge and it is good only. Okay, but it is not suitable sometimes for our level of students. Okay, we have to know the basics of mathematics in terms of applications, which engineer can do a better job. Okay, yeah, students. So you have understood this? Any doubts here, students? There's some more person who is asking permission. Let us go and give him permission. No, I think I am getting a problem from these. Yes, this is the problem. No, Hari. Yeah, Hari is there. Okay. Yes, so it's okay. So let us go further. Okay, so kindly join before 7:30, students, because we don't have to stop in between. Okay, so yeah, so that is how area vector. Now let us understand how do we find out the area vector for this, for the problem which is given of the triangular pyramid. Okay, or the not triangular, square pyramid. How do we get that? Let us see. So we have a surface, square surface, and a pyramid here, correct? So from this square surface we are going straight. Sorry, my handwriting is a bit poor. Okay. The thing is that I had a lot of I had practiced AutoCAD a lot. Okay, my first job was teaching AutoCAD Pro E, CATIA, Inventor, all these things I had taught. Okay, even Nastran I had taught, ANSYS I had taught. So what happens is I'm not used to drawing on the, okay, so this is okay. I think you can adjust, students. So this is 300 feet. Okay, now the question is, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Okay, we have to find out the inclined angle here in this, between these two. How will we proceed, students? Can you give me an idea? The idea is to find out the area vector of each areas. This area vector can we find out. Then can we find out this area vector. So once we find out these two area vectors, what we have to do is we have to just find the angle between those two vectors. That's it. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to find out these area vectors. Can we do that, students? So let us find out the area of ABD. Can you find out the area of ABD, students? Both in direction as well as magnitude. Now here one of the things we have to understand is what would be the direction. What will we take positive? We will take positive outward. Okay, we will take positive outward. So if you have to find out the area of ABD, how are we going to proceed? We will use AB as a vector and AD as the vector. Can we use this? We will use AB as a vector and AD as the vector. So when you do AB crossed with AD, we will get external, the direction will be outside. So let us find out what is AB vector. What is AB vector, students? AB vector depends on how will you say the coordinate system as? So coordinate system becomes important. So let us say it is fixed. I'll fix the direction first. So x, then we will say this is y. So what should be the z? X, y, z. Okay. So x, y, z comes like this. So x, y, and z. Okay. So x, y, and z. Z comes in this direction top. Correct. So do the basics again and again properly. So AB would be from A to D. If I have, sorry, A to B, if I have to go, I have to go only by 100 I. That's it. And what is A to D? A to D would be equal to how much I should go? It is in the middle. So it is 50I, is it not? Plus 50J, because I have to go in the Y direction also. And then I have to go 300K. I hope everybody got this, students. It's very important that you get this. Easy, students. Plus, no, everything is plus, correct? Because we have chosen like that. If you had chosen something else, then you would have got minus or plus some other, instead of AD we had taken something else, then we would have got something different. So what is my area of area ABD? What is area ABD? Area ABD would be AB crossed with AD. But here what happens is when you do AB crossed with AD, we will get the area of this parallelepiped. I hope you get that, students. Just try to see what the parallelepiped I am drawing here. So we would actually get the area of this parallelepiped, and this would be the diagonal of that parallelepiped. Okay, this would be the diagonal. This would be the diagonal of the parallelepiped. So parallelepiped would be like this. So the area of ABD in fact would be half of that. Correct. So here the area of ABD would be half of AB crossed with AD. Correct, students? So let us find it out. So what is it? Half of AB crossed with AD. We will write this as I, J, K, and then 100, then 50, then 50, then 300, 0, 0, 0 here. Okay. So what would be the direction? The direction here would be 100, a K only we have to take. So 100 into 50, am I right here? I think I have done some mistake here. No, if there is a, there I can correct it. Okay, I can correct it. Okay. So I is there, I is gone. So J would be here minus J into 100 and 300 would be 3000. Correct. So 3000 minus 3000 J. Correct. On the other side it is 0, so we don't have to worry. Plus K into what would be it? 500 into 50, which is 5000. Correct. So there is no negative here. So this would be equal to minus 3000 J, and half of that means this would be 1500. So this would be 1500. This into half we did not take into consideration. So this would be is equal to half of this. So this would be 1500 J plus 2500 K. This would be my area vector ABD. Easy, students. So this is first thing we will keep in mind. Similar way, can we find out the area vector on the other side? Let us take this. So it has to be outside. One inside, one outside. No, both has to be outside. So let us take BC, okay, and BD. Can we take that? BC and BD. Now BC into BD gives us the outside vector. What goes outside? So we will say BC. So can you calculate what is BC vector, students? BC vector would be 100 J. And what would be AD vector, students? Sorry, BD vector. So the BD vector here, BD vector would be equal to how much? It would be 50 minus 50, is it not? So it would be minus 50I plus 50J, correct? Then what? Plus 300K. So can you find out the area of triangle BDC, students? Can you do that? Tell me what is the area vector. That would be the second one. You have to do it by yourself. I'll give you a break because you have to understand this, students. It's not that if you don't understand here, then you lose it, lose this information. So I have to slow down sometimes so that the information is got by you. Today's second hour will be very important. Don't miss the second class today. It will be limits. Okay, and it will be very important. Because limits comes in till now in the 9 o'clock class. What we were doing is very basics. Today is the first class which will be directly coming in GATE. This time in civil engineering there was 2 questions on limits. Mechanical engineering also there was a question. So limits you will have 1 or 2 marks questions always. Yes, students, what did you get the answer as? Did you get the clue, students? Anybody who did not get the clue, please tell me. Who did not understand how this has to be done, please tell me. I'll go slow. I assume that you don't understand. Okay, that is my assumption. Okay, ದಯಾನಂದ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Very good. ಈ ಸತಿ IIT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕಪ್ಪ. ಈ ಸತಿ ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈ ಸತಿ ಗೇಟ್ ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಳ್ಳೇದು. ಅದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ IIT ಅಲ್ಲೇ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಸೀಟನ್ನು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇದಿದೆ, ಕೆಪಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ತಂದೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಅದನ್ನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ. Be a support to your father. Okay?
Okay, sir.
He calls me a lot of times. And he tells that he asks me every time whether you are learning well or something like that. This time I am actually some of the students who in the second attempt has not put an efforts. Okay, because first attempt what happens, you know, in the final year there will be, okay, so they will have a lot of commitments to academics. Okay, so I would say you have to put first is academics, but what you have come here, that will help you a lot. First of all, in your campus selection, first thing, if you get in a good company, then fine, great. Okay, you go ahead. Okay, so like if you get placed in Tata Motors, L&T, Gammon India, or such kind of good companies, then go ahead, your life is different. Okay, that is your choice. Okay, but there are students who have got into Tata Motors, still opted for IIT MTechs. Okay, that is correct option, but sometimes what happens, we are in a mode of instant gratification. Okay, we don't want to work for something which is very high, okay, but is delayed. Okay, we want to work for something which we get now and can be enjoyed. Okay, so we cannot say anything, but still, but there is one side where you are not getting now also, you are not getting later also. So there was one student who was very good actually. Okay, she in between joined a small company. Okay, if it's a big company, then it's a different case. And I had hopes on her that she could score very high ranks. Okay, was a 9 CGPA candidate, was good, in very good. Okay, but now that after she went there, she spent 4 months, 5 months there, and then that realized that it's a waste. Then frustration. Okay, 1 month she was preparing for GATE, not enough if you're not in a proper mode. Okay, then she in between joined for a MTech in a local college. Okay, so after 2 years she will realize again. Then again frustration. Okay, I had one of student. She did not join me, but I had a sorry state of her. Okay, she was from NITTE. She did her BE from NITTE in around 2015 or 2016. She completed, and then got into Vellore Institute of Technology for MTech. Okay, she did her MTech there, thinking that she'll get placed. Vellore VIT, is a great institution. Okay, so she got there. Lot of companies came, but she did not get selected. Okay, and then now she came for that around 3 or 4 classes. Then she said, "Sir, my marriage is fixed." So she went. Okay, so now what happens? You are what do you say? You are not focused. Okay, so that is one of the trouble. What happens? Your career doesn't get built. She was a girl, so she could go with the. I'm not being sexist here, but still, okay. The load on men is much higher than what is the load on women. Okay, in terms of career. Okay, so you have to make a good career choice, especially men. Okay, women also in the long run, but not in the short run, because long run what matters is even if you are married or anything, the making a career is a different different freedom a girl will get. So that way also a person has to think. Okay, for a man it is very essential that you go into make a good career now itself. I've seen a lot of students from NITTE only or from other colleges also, okay, who have good CGPA. They went for small companies to Peenya or some companies in Coimbatore. I've seen students. What they did is they went there, they worked for 1 year. They said you will get high pay later on. Okay, and then they give the increase also. First 10,000 is the pay package 1 year. After that 50% increase in the salary, 15,000. After that 25% increase in the salary. You understand? But still after 4 years, 5 years, you will be working on 25,000-30,000 only. Okay, so that is a sorry state of affairs. Okay, if you don't do higher studies, or if you don't, no, even if with higher studies without any, I'm not saying Vellore Institute of Technology or Manipal Institute of Technology MTechs are poor. No, they are good enough. But to get into placements, to get placed, you need subject knowledge. Without subject knowledge, you will not grow. Okay, very important. Okay, yes, students. Got the answer? Come on. Yeah, students, did you get the answer?
Sir, for area ABD, it is 30,000, right?
Just a second, students.
You have written 3,000.
30,000, yes. So make that corrections. Okay, I
Yeah.
think my monitor is gone, students. Just a second. My monitor is creating some trouble. Just a second. Just a second, students. Yeah. Yeah. By mistake, I switched off my monitor. The switch was near my leg. Okay. So that created a trouble. Okay. Again. Yeah. No. Okay. Now, students, tell me. What is the answer? What you are getting? Are you getting the answer? Yeah, here it is 30,000. I am sorry. 100 into 300 is 30,000, correct. So now this would be 15,000 plus 2,500 K. Yes. Tell me what is the answer. Your speed matters, because if I go fast, I can go fast, I can do the problems faster, but you will not get anything. Class will be very nice. Sir has done very great questions, sir. Sir is very great. He does all the tough problems very easily. But at the end, sir is great, not you. You should be great, is it not? You should be able to solve problems, not me. Yeah, tell me. Tell me, students. Yeah, students, got the answer? Huh? I did not get you. Hello, Srivatsa. Are you getting it?
15,000 I.
15,000 I. What is that?
Area of BDC
BDC. Very good. Okay. So I am
plus 2,500 K
50,000 I and
plus 2,500 K.
very good. Okay. So we are getting 30,000 I plus 2,500 K. Okay. Let us see that. So here we are getting 30,000 I. Did you multiply half with that? There is no
Sir,
possibility.
15,000.
15,000. Yes, very good. So area of BDC is 15,000 I plus how much?
2,500 K.
2,500 K. Correct. So we have the same thing. You see, the J and K is missing. Here I and K. So let us find out the angle between that. Okay. So the thing is, you have to tell me again when I go to the next slide. So what happens? First triangle is ABD. This vector, I will put it like that, area vector is equal to how much? It is minus 15,000 J plus 2,500 K, correct? And my BDC would be equal to how much? It would be plus 15,000 I plus 2,500 K, correct? That is the thing. Now how to find out the angle between these two? Simple. What you have to do is cos theta is equal to, first of all, ABD. So we have ABD area vector dotted with BDC area vector divided by magnitude of ABD, because two vectors, they are just two vectors, is it not, into magnitude of BDC. This you find out, you get the angle. Tell me what is the angle. You see, these are just two vectors which are coming out of that two areas. One is this area and the one this area. There are two areas of a triangular parallel square pyramid, is it not? There are two areas which are coming. We are finding the angle between that. That's it. Correct. So what is the angle? Put pen on paper, students. Be fast in your calculation. Be in that pressure, what was there in gate, what will you expect in gate, okay, and see how to manage that pressure. Yes, students. You have to solve it. You have to solve it. If you cannot solve it, you cannot do well in GATE. And there is one more thing. See, people think that everything is available on YouTube, so we can do it. No, you will never do it, let me tell you. In YouTube there are a lot of information which is available. Okay, if you are really dedicated, you don't need my gate coaching also. Okay, but that doesn't happen, because whenever you go to YouTube, you have other things, you get diverted. Okay, NPTEL is there. There are a number of coaching institutes which are giving on YouTube free of cost, but it is not useful, let me tell you. You will just get diverted, and nothing. Even these Grade Up and Unacademy and all those things, no, those doesn't do well because there is no personal attention. Okay, so that is the main problem, and there is no discipline. One of the main thing what is required for GATE to get good ranks is discipline, students. At this time you are coming here. Okay, if you don't come, Anand Pai sir will tell you something, that he will call you. I will call you. Okay, if you are not coming to the classes, I will call you and I will ask you, why are you not coming to the classes? Okay, so what happens, there is a sense of a sense of belongingness, or sense that you have to come and attend the classes. And attending classes only will help you, students, nothing else. Attending classes will help you. Okay, we had Akshay was from NIT Surathkal. Okay, so you may say he has cleared JEE, has a great rank in JEE, but still he was coming from each and every class. Okay, a lot of things were repetition. He was involving in the class, and because of that involvement, he actually set his mind. Okay, he was just like a learner, he was studying, and because of that, this time, let me tell you, it is difficult, even if you are from an IIT or a NIT, okay, to score the ranks which he is scoring. He is scoring around 80 marks out of 100 this time. Okay, that comes because of dedication. There was another student called Jitesh. Okay, he was also like that only. In this one, he also scored around say 50 marks out of 100 at that time. Okay, and then there was Deekshit, who scored around 65 marks out of 100. Okay, so these are all dedicated students. Okay, very dedicated ones, attended all the classes. Very important to attend all the classes. Kenneth also, first time, he was the only person to attend all the classes in my first class. This one, he scored 63 out of 100. This was the first batch in 2018 GATE. Kenneth is doing his MS in aerospace now, and I want to tell you that he was the only person who attended all the classes, and the last say 1 month of class was only with this student in a class, AC room, one student and one teacher teaching. Okay, so that was the way it was. Okay, because GATE is not that easy that everybody can do it. Okay, so it needs dedication, and what dedicated will surely get its benefit. Okay, yes, yeah, tell me, what is theta? Come on sir, come on, fast. Next I have to do scalar triple product.
88.45.
Very good, that's it. So it is 88.45 is the answer. Good. So answer is 88.45. Did you get the answer, students? Everybody, if you did not get, come tomorrow at 7 o'clock and ask me how it is to be done. Okay, I will tell you. Okay, fine. Next one is scalar triple product. Scalar triple product. Scalar triple product. How is a scalar triple product? Is defined as A crossed with B dotted with C. This is scalar triple product. Okay, so that's it. So how do you find out the scalar triple product? Scalar triple product is what does it represent is very important. It represents volume. It represents volume. What does it do? Let me tell you. Okay, volume is what? Volume is a scalar. So scalar triple product is also a scalar. Okay, so this is equal to volume, which is a scalar. Very important. So scalar triple product, what do you get? You get a scalar. So if anybody asks you what is whether volume is scalar or vector, you have to say it's a scalar. Correct? So if I say A crossed with B, if I say a parallelogram, okay, this parallelogram, say this is A vector, this is B vector, and then I have say a C vector here. Now this is a parallelopiped or parallelogram, a parallelepiped. This is parallelepiped. Okay. From that time I am ranting this thing. Okay, so this is parallelepiped. Okay, this is A, this is B, this is C. The volume is given by A cross B cross C. Is it clear, students? Easy. This is scalar product, triple product. Fine, done. Now let us see one more thing. Okay, now okay, so one more point we have to understand is that there's some identities we have to do. Okay, so identities are like this. First identity is A cross B dotted with the C. A cross B dotted with the C can be written, this is actually equal to, you can say it is minus A cross C. Very important, students, these are A cross C dotted with the B, and this is also equal to minus C cross B dotted with A. Very important. Why that is there, I will explain you tomorrow's class. I have less time now. Okay, another point. Now when you say, first of all, A cross B dotted with the C, how I can write this is important. This can be written as a scalar determinant. What I can write A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. This determinant gives the volume. That's it, simple and straight. We will solve a problem tomorrow on this, but now this one identity you have to keep in mind. Now this identity comes because when you change the order, when you change the, what is happening here, B is changed with the C. You see, B is changed with this C. B and C, the rows are swapped. So you know when the row is swapped, you can put a minus in the determinant. You know that, is it not? Similarly here, if you see, it is C and A that is swapped. So when C and A is swapped, what happens? There is a minus. That's it. Nothing great with these identities. I hope it's clear. So everything can be got from the basics. Another point we have to see. Okay, there is something called, another thing called vector triple product. Okay, and vector triple product I am going as a what do you say, as a very side note. Okay, let me do that first. Okay, there is something called vector triple product. There is something called vector triple product. Its importance I will not tell now. Okay, vector triple product is given by A cross B cross C, which is actually equal to, you can write B of A dot C. In acceleration we will see that. While we take mechanics, we will do relative acceleration. At that time we will see this. We will see this identity again. Minus C into A dot B. Okay, this would be my vector triple product. Very useful when we consider acceleration in a rotating frame of reference. Okay, this we are doing in mechanics. Might be in the last 8th or 9th week we will be doing that. Okay, so you have to remember this. Everything is connected, students. What is knowledge? Knowledge is from the basics to the advanced. You have to have a connection. You should not lose any connection. Okay, so this is one thing very important. I will ask you again to go back to that, but I am just introducing you to that. The depth of this has to be explained with acceleration in rotating frame of reference. That we will do it later. Is that okay, students? So we will stop it here. After half an hour we will meet with limits, which is very important, and I am going to tell you in a different fashion, not different fashion, in a fresh fashion. I will tell you how to do that. Okay, thank you, students. So we'll meet at 9 o'clock sharp. Okay, I am not going to come out of this, so you can join at any time sharp. Okay, any doubt, students, here? Okay, then I am not going to go out. I am just going to switch off my camera, and yes, I have just switched off my camera and mic. That's it. Okay, fine. You have any questions? You can ask now. Don't play.